Good. Hello. We're back.
Hello.
Welcome to all those welcome to my players. Welcome to those who are watching. Welcome to Mysteries and Monsters. Tomb of Annihilation, Chapter Omu. As we join these four adventurers, having traversed the jungles of Chult and are now exploring the Omu, the Forbidden City. In it took a while, but they're getting there. Last we left off, who wants to make a quick summary of what happened last time we were together?
We almost got our asses kicked by some snake panthers.
Yes. So you got your so you got the cube,
Yes.
um, the Shangami's cube. As you exited the temple and were assaulted by a pair of what are those creatures called? I will again. Um, Kamadans. Yeah, there we go. So, having um, having discovered that actually they were parents of a litter of kittens that were situated at the back of the temple, you decided to try and not kill them, despite you being the hunted, and were um, saved pretty much by the bard who decided to go ape on them. Literally, giant ape.
Yes.
To which you bellowed, you cried, you intimidated. They scattered away, but it was not without consequences, as a another cry and howl, now increasingly familiar, came from the other side of the valley. And as you skedaddled and hid yourselves away to spend the night, well, you discover that something is looking for a potential. The alpha predator of the valley is wondering if there's not another alpha running around, and looking for a kaiju film, reenact a kaiju movie. What else happened? Something happened to Sorsha.
Yes.
As in, you were contacted in some way, shape, or form, either by a dream or somehow. You were contacted by something from your past, um, which you then shared with the rest of the group, as in potentially the slave holder of your mother, and the reason why you and the other changelings had to flee to the surface to Waterdeep. Um, and you revealed your true form, your your true face. You went for your no longer wearing the gaze of Sorsha, but wearing the gaze of something truer to your nature.
Right.
Now, and as we had left off, and I'm gonna be little retcon here, because there was a lot of confusion and actually ing at the end of the last session, so I've decided to use my powers as a GM to go back and fix things to my liking. As you wake up, and the dome pretty much the spell comes to a close. Let's have a look at what is the weather of Chult today. It is a dry and sunny day. Um, the you realize that again the dome evaporates. like a soap bubble. The heat all of a sudden sort of rushes in, waking those who have not yet who are not fully awake. And as you are preparing the morning meal and preparing, packing up for the day's labor, you notice that looking above from the ruined house that you were hiding in are two tabaxi looking down on you with a sort of curious yeah just sort of this curious look about them. And I believe I had given you a description, but I'll pull the book to give them again.
They were oldish.
Hmm?
They were oldish. That's all I remember.
Yes, they seem to they seem to have been. One of them is has one eye that is completely blurred with cataracts. The other has these white streaks and patches along their fur. You can see that these are they are they're not as maybe as fleshy, let's put it that way, as in they've gone very fairly thin. Some hair, most likely that they're losing some of the patches of hair as well. And yeah, so they seem more of the elderly variety. Mm. They you can hear them speak to each other. This is it's not Omuan. No, it is Omuan, but it is not one that you've heard from in Portney and Zaru. This is more. This is closer to a dialect that Vroondomon you would know from your time. This is Mizrowan basically.
Alright.
So this is not old Omuan from nor is it Choltian. It's really from. It's a sort of a dialect from Mizro. So you understand, and as they seem to be sort of bickering backwards and forwards, looking to one of them is hissing something about asking them about the creature, and the other one says no, they will ruin the hunt. And say that they seem to be bickering in front of you about should we address should we talk to these people.
I think I'll just like say it in my own native language. It's just like similar, but like they should be able to understand it. Like, I mean, since you're having this conversation here now, anyway.
Hey, say that again. I couldn't really hear you.
Since you're having that conversation here now, anyway.
Mm. The one of them. Let's see. I'm trying to find it. Trying to find the. Sorry, I had this written down, but here we go. Yeah, so there's one that seemingly is female. She has speckled ginger fur, wears a torn blue cloth over bony shoulders, and you can see she's holding a. I mean, both of them are holding hunting gear, as in either sort of spear, bow and arrow. Let's see. Let's have a look. Yeah, these are definitely hunters. Yeah. So yeah, a spear, short bows, and both and sort of these maybe sort of stone machetes. So sort of the equivalent of an ikwa. And one of them goes, "Ooh, he speaks." The female sort of the male, sorry, nudges him and says, "Of course he speaks. Can you not look at him? He is of this land, though I'm not sure about the armor.
The armor is not of this land.
Ha! You see there? Hey, not I have not lost all of it. The female replies saying, "You have lost most of it. Anyone can recognize this. Look at him, dressed like a pet. Are you one of their pets, Luck Beast? Have they arranged you to be walking around with their cutlery?
How about you come down? Do you speak the common tongue?
Of course we
Pleased to
do.
know. Good. Then perhaps it would be polite to my friends if you do, and then we can discuss your hunt.
The both of them sort of look at each other a bit like there's a moment very I'm picturing the two so Statler and Waldorf from the Muppet Show sort of looking at them is looking at each other and going sort of nodding at each other in common and sort of a common acquiescence and sort of and they dropped down. Now you've seen tabaxis and their agility, they can sort of drop down from anything. They drop down like humans, as in it's a bit rough. They land on their feet, but you realize, you maybe hear something crack somewhere. You're not exactly sure. But the male one has a bit of difficulty sort of getting up. The other one sort of grabs up. You can have a better look at him. So he has graying black fur. Some of the patches. You can see that there are scars that have turned white in the fur as well. And as I said, he's got his left eye, which is completely white with cataracts. And he goes, and the female one, so the ginger one speaks. And the others then, they speak too? This time it's in common. Oh.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Sorry. Well, hello there.
Yes. Pleasantries. Now.
Why wouldn't we speak?
Because many have secrets when coming here. Many have said they did not want to speak it. So I ask you now, will you speak with us? Answer questions?
Will you speak with us?
That is the other one goes. That is good. Yes, speak both ways. That is best conversations. So
tell us.
No, us first. Why are you here? Are you here for the hunt? The beast is ours.
We hunt, but no beast.
You hunt no beast. So what do you hunt?
A tomb.
The two sort of look at each other. The ginger one says, hunting the tomb. Well, that's easy. Though beware, tombs are often traps. Maybe they do the hunting.
My, do they have wits?
I take it you hunt perhaps for the large beast that roams at night.
Yeah, as you mentioned that, the black one sort of his eyes go wide and he says yes. He sort of points at yes. We hunt the King of Feathers, though. We did not want. This one does not want to share. And tell the truth, neither do I. So you do not hunt the King of Feathers.
That is not our interest.
He is king here, though maybe not alone anymore.
The two of you wish to hunt that. We have not seen it yet, but we've heard it.
Oh, yes. There is glory in that. Yes, glorious fight, glorious hunt.
Oh yes, but you forgive my
Yes,
bluntness. You seem like you've been hunting a very long time.
of course. This is for the final hunt. For both of us.
Oh, I
Mm.
see.
And the Cat Lord said to come here, brought us here, for this final hunt.
The Cat Lord?
Cat Lord, yes. They say to come, we follow.
Do we have the what was the names of we just went to the temple of a cat
Oh,
lord. So,
Shangami.
Saga Shangami. Yeah.
do you mean Shankami?
No, who that?
A local deity.
Not important then. No, we follow the Cat Lord. They guard to all Tabaxi. Mm.
Do I know anything about the Cat Lord of the Tabaxi?
Do you know what? Make me a religion check for whoever they you might want to.
Oh yes.
Yeah, no, never heard of that.
Oh.
No chance, Sorsha ever heard of that.
I mean, I'm off to a good start tonight.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's not a divinity, you know. He's probably a lord. He's probably
My roll did not come through, but it's an
8?
8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a bigger cat, but it's not a divinity for me.
Did you say that out loud?
No. That's what goes through Gil's mind.
Okay. Anybody else want to try?
Let's see if she heard a song or a legend about that.
I mean, we established the fact that there are Tabaxi in Waterdeep, so
Yeah.
who knows?
What do you want me to roll?
Yeah, roll.
Religion also?
Yep. Yeah. So even at the, because I was considering, giving you, considering that none of you are Tabaxi, I was gonna give you, Heinrich, disadvantage. Heinrich, you know with an 18, you know that there is a sort of common deity that the all Tabaxi share. By the way, if you haven't had your long rest already in your character sheet, please do so. And how should I put it? You know it exists. That's it. The Tabaxi seem to be completely. They know that he exists. They praise him. But that's it. They don't know much, and nobody can get anything out of them, anyways. They just the Tabaxi just says, "Oh yeah, Cat Lord, here, greatest Tabaxi." That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
You see, like everyone thinking, and I'm just having a look like, oh yes, indeed, yeah.
But the thing is, with an 18, you know that almost nothing is known of this this creature or this deity.
It's not much information that's shared because a lot of hush hush, I guess.
Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm looking up the Forgotten Realms wiki. It's amazing. The portrait that they put in looks like a character drawn for Sandman. I'll try and send it to you guys. Here we go. Where is it? Image sharing. There you go. As you can see, it's not that cat-like for some reason. I have no idea. Which maybe explains why it's not that known. But anyway, that's out of game knowledge. As the two let's get back into it then. The ginger one says yes. A glorious hunt, but well, Catlord says one hunter only, so we do not share. But last night we heard a second beast here in this part of the city. So I said I will take the King of Feathers, and this what's it? Hood and Lantern take the other beast. That way. Now, then a Hooded Lantern takes his head. Yes, but this one says I have to. I was already tracking the King of Feathers, and well, she tells me now I need to hunt another one. So I say you go find it, and then she said, well, no, that she would bring it to me because of half blind. And so we come here and we find you here. So you tell us now, where is the second beast?
Not here. It was an invocation.
The two look. What?
I clap my finger and make Leroy appear next to me. I can make beast appears.
The Hooded Lantern laughs. And turns to the ginger one and says, "Ah, see, you tricked. So now I go back to hunting. You hunt invisible and imaginary monster. Yes, that good. So, thank you, and I'll go back to tracking.
Just now that we know, now that you have explained a bit, can we ask you a question?
The ginger one sort of crossed her arms and says, "Conversation is two-way, huh?"
Of course. I want to know.
The dark one sort of grumbles and sort of again sits on his haunches and just.
Since you've obviously been here for quite some time, have you seen other groups than us in the city? The snakes are there, that we know. But what other groups?
Many. We avoid them. Bothersome. But sometimes we stay around them. They make noise and bring the King of Feathers. No. We see goblins. We see the veggie pygmies. Very much. Grung, too. And then we see men in red. Nasty. No speak. Prefer throwing spells before speaking.
Where have you seen them last time?
I'm somebody's hissing. Make sure I don't. No worries. Last time. 2 days. He points north. Seeing them where the water moves into the city.
Oh, okay.
Seen them. They were hurt. Some of them badly hurt. Thinking not much alive.
Because of the King of Feathers?
No. Snake people.
Mm.
Yeah. They know. We know hunt them. They know hunt us.
Good to know.
We're slippery. Very good in hiding.
Mm-hmm.
You know a secret of this city?
Any secrets? No.
Yeah.
No. Well, the ginger one says, secrets. Many secrets. Some secrets are not secrets. Not secrets to us, but maybe secrets to you.
Something useful then.
Useful.
Have you seen any temples?
Not interested. Many buildings. You started to you sort of kind of realize that they're here for one thing and they're fairly focused on it, and anything that would be other than the hunt, they don't really know anything.
Yeah.
You know about the creature. You don't want us to interfere with your hunt, right? So how can you stay away from that base?
King of Feathers. He walks through the mist, sometimes moves without walking. Sometimes. During the day he sleeps, but sleeps in the north. But this city is his domain. Everywhere he walks, others run. So, if you see creatures run, you run too.
He hunts by ear? By the sound? Or by sight?
Yannick, I think it's where that hushing is from your end. I'm seeing the
Try again.
If it comes again, I'll let you know. Technical issues, folks. It's not because we've been doing this for 18 months that those stop. Sorry, I forgot your question. Go ahead again.
Does it hunt by sight or by sound or by smell, actually?
Thinking smell. Unsure. Never been hunted. Always hunting.
Okay.
No. So, if you are hunted by the King of Feathers, well, you stay. You fight. You make a lot of noise. So that we find you, huh? Yeah. Yes. We find. And we fight. And then you run. But not before. You keep him there.
And does he go into the water?
King of Feathers go everywhere in Omu.
Okay.
And Copper Bell, the ginger one, whose name is Copper Bell, because basically points and says, oh, if you look for refuge, maybe you find a safe spot on that way. And she points, and you can see from the back of the building, you had seen it just as you left on the temple for Shagami. Yeah, there's this
the lava.
This pillar of stone and rock and of earth right above this molten lava pit, and basically Snickers is like, well, maybe you find safety there. Maybe.
Thank you.
Oh, is there anything else? As both of them sort of look to you, going, anything else, or should we be going?
They look impatient, probably, to go. I say, I know you're not talking to the others, but don't tell them about us if they ask you.
Not our hunt. You hunt to them, then. They no look like a temple.
No, we don't hunt them, but we want to avoid them.
They hunt us.
No fight makes for better survival.
Both of them sort of nod as in, this is wise. They say
But
strength
if they
for a
do
real
make
fight.
you talk, if
Sorry?
they do make you talk, tell them to beware.
And
Godspeed, then.
Sorry?
Godspeed. I hope your hunt to be great.
Hunt always great. That's why Cat Lord sent us here.
Happy hunting.
May your hunt give you glory.
And may yours. Come, Copperbell. We leave them to their hunt and we join ours. Come, you will assist me. Copperbell sort of pushes him as he tried to leave through the entrance of the house. She sort of shoves him away from the door and then crosses in front of him. To which he sort of painfully sort of skips behind her, and you can hear them sort of muttering for a few seconds and then nothing at all. You don't hear vegetations move. You don't hear anything as they've left into the jungle, but leaving no sound.
So, where to today?
Yes.
Well, north.
And we can already start having a decent breakfast without good starters for that. Because eating rations is fun, but some Vroon's cooking I wouldn't mind.
The rest of your group, which I have completely omitted to take into account during this conversation, you take a bit of time to maybe. I think this would be more sort of leftovers from the. Oh no, because last night you decided not to cook, right?
Rations.
Yeah. Sort of rations, yeah.
Because we didn't want to draw any attention.
So yeah, Vroon, as the cook for the group, are you preparing for something, or are you just saying, or are you just?
Oh yeah, I can make some food if you want to.
It will take time, and that means that you're going to be searching. As the idea is to maybe enjoy the coolness of the morning to sort of explore before the sun really comes in down hard on you. So do you want to take that time to for some comfort food, or do you want to head out immediately?
I'll suggest that it's probably better to have
keep the cooking for tonight.
some cooking later, but I will ask the group if they prefer to have a proper meal now.
I can wait.
Okay.
Cooking tonight sounds good.
And before we leave, I slap my torso and I'll cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay. Good thinking. Could you all four of you make me a perception check, please? Or you could just take a 10 and use your passive if you wish.
I've got an 18 passive perception, so.
20 passive, so.
Okay. Sorsha?
20 minutes.
Yay.
Insane.
Okay.
There. There.
You're still thinking about breakfast.
mm, actually, I've got an idea for later. So, I would say, as you exit towards the south of the building, as you exit as you exit the building, you hear coming in mostly through the wind. There's a southern wind that comes in and it's bringing sound, and it sounds like humming or sort of some kind of rhythmic um, either strumming or percussions coming in from this little promontory here. And you can actually see with that perception, Sorsha, you can actually see what seems to be a small procession, about a dozen figures, holding up another figure above, sort of carrying above them, and seem to be going towards the promontory here. In the morning mist, it's a bit difficult to actually notice who they are or what they're doing, but they seem to be small in stature. Maybe, I don't know, goblin-sized, for example. But they don't seem to be using the traditional battle stacks, if that would make sense.
Yeah.
Guys,
Mm-hmm.
I think there's some goblin, maybe, doing a sacrifice and preparing to toss something, at least in the lava, I believe. Someone.
Can you see what they're planning on showing there?
I can send Leroy and see.
That is an option.
What's Lero's movement?
I'm gonna tell you that.
Or does Heinrich want to send his
30
familiar?
feet.
No,
Yeah.
because mine died by an assassin vine that completely destroyed it.
Yeah.
If you want,
sorry.
I can consider that you during the night would have no.
Nope, I've been studying for 8 hours for my new spell, and I've only been focusing on that.
It's 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute ritual to.
When we'll have a 10-minute break during the day, I'll use it. Hey.
Okay.
We could have had that already. Yeah.
No, I'm giving you that. You would have had that time.
No.
Okay.
No. I've been distracted by the new spell that I've been studying. So.
Okay. I think you're still missing 2 hours. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So where were we? Yeah. So Laryl, if you tell Laryl to speed. Let's see.
And go have a look.
What's the distance between? It takes a while. But he very quickly he's going to lose. So you can get I think it's 120 feet of connection, but you get a bit closer anyways, and you can enough to see. I mean, he is enough to see that the procession these are Vegepygmies. So the same kind of creatures that you had once seen in the brush back in the jungles. And you can see that they are holding above their heads, as they're moving this procession, a grung. So a young, this very bright green and black spotted, it would be a frogman, but if the frog is a Amazonian tree frog. Have you seen grung?
Yeah.
You've seen grung.
I don't.
We've seen them at the. There was a statue in a field where all sorts of tribes were worshipping, and
Yeah, right.
Grung, Vegepygmy, and goblins were worshipping there.
True.
Yep.
So yes, you recognize this sort of and they seem to be. They come up. He's he's completely tied up, and there is what seems to be the an old road that just sort of tumbles into the lava, and they seem to be at the end of it, where there's been um, flowers arranged and other, you can see sort of weaved baskets and so forth, and they seem to be sort of throwing all of these things into the lava. Some of them in the movement, in the agitated movement, seem to be throwing and then tumbling into, and all of them seem to be moving in sort of this erratic kind of way. The the grung croaking out, basically in alarm.
Okay.
We're too far to be doing anything anyways, so...
Yeah, even if we were close, do you really want to be involved with the VG Pygmy?
Okay.
I don't want to.
As Laryl sort of looks on, there's one figure seems to be maybe not necessarily in charge, but at least sort of looking about, and he has one of these moss beasts next to him. It's about the size of a wild pig, and you can see that there are bony protrusions that they seem bony, but are more like made of very hard, maybe plant matter. So this would be sort of roots or something like that. But um, and he seems to be looking towards Laryl as sort of directly, and sort of shakes his spear in Laryl's direction, while the others, he just has a moment as he turns, as four of these Vegapygmies pick up the grung, move towards the edge, and don't even throw them. They just throw themselves off the cliff side with the down into the whole thing, and are followed by two or three others.
So that's a full-on suicide cult.
I don't know.
You watch this for a couple of minutes, and they seem to the fervor of throwing themselves on the movement, the lemming movement towards the edge of the cliff seems to have died down, but they seem to be still in this sort of erratic sort of moving about, almost like in a trance.
Maybe we should take off.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And I probably make a little pop and reappear next to me. So, they can trace it back
Yeah,
to it.
exactly. Okay. What do you do?
I think we're going to continue north.
Yep.
Are there
Maybe
any...
this building?
Yeah, I was going to say, are there any buildings left in this area that you would like to explore? And sorry for the trace, I'm gonna try and delete.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
So, not here, too close to the pygmies.
Yeah.
But I think we can move on to this one.
Yeah.
There we go. That way you can see. There you go. That was okay. Let's see. Just first, before we got into this would be Ruins random encounter. Okay.
Random encounter.
Yes, random
Hooray.
encounter. Well, I mean the idea. Oh, wait, I needed to roll three. I think I need to roll 3D. 3D20. Oops.
3D20.
Yep.
Now.
Yep. Okay.
You wanna know the best part, guys?
Mhm.
I've got 2 level 4 spells and Death Ward is not a concentration spell.
That's good. That's
Yep.
very good.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. So as you go in to explore that building there. Okay. Right. You enter. The building itself has been. Um,
Plundered?
it's not plundered. It's just been. It's empty. It seemed to have been at some point maybe some sort of a warehouse or some place where things were kept. As you can see that there are rotting piles of reeds where most likely these were woven baskets or along those lines. Animals have got in. Anything of any value as you look through the whole thing. There's nothing of interest in at least in this building. The same with, and I'll do this that way, so that that particular complex there. There's nothing of interest here. It takes you a while though, as now you are wary of every single of the vines and the whole thing, considering your previous adventure. Um, but no, apart from vegetation and animal droppings, there's nothing in here.
All right.
Let's continue then.
Okay.
Do you want to continue just north, the next block of buildings?
Or yeah, that's fine. But then afterwards, I'm curious: do we keep going north, or do we, because there's like a tree crossing the river here?
Yeah, that was something that was interesting.
Yeah, I actually like the look of that building as a potential tomb.
Oh yes.
So
I mean, there's little blue circles in some of the buildings.
Yeah, that's you guys.
That's me. That's because those are the buildings that I'm going like.
Oh.
Those look interesting.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm going to undelete that. Okay.
I see.
Those are the ones that I say like, okay, maybe certainly make sure that we go into this
Okay,
one.
But then I also want to add few because
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I find this one kind of interesting, and
Okay, you guys are gonna have to
this
ping on the
one.
map. Which ones?
Yeah.
There.
Oh, I'm
Vroon
this,
is
and
adding
Oh.
orange circles.
oh, yes, I'm adding nightmare circles. Oh, this one is interesting.
It's gonna be really
on.
funny to see because I can see which ones are
Yeah.
interesting and which ones are not, and it's very very funny.
That's why I'm thinking that might. It's actually a good idea. Afterwards, we can count
Yeah.
which
Who
one of
called
us
it?
had the right calls.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. But then again, you started, so it wasn't. It's not fair.
I mean, I think it's fair if people add more circles on
Yeah.
things that they agree on.
Okay.
More circles.
I kind of agree on this one, for instance.
Wait, which one?
That one right
The
here.
one
Yeah.
just across the river. Yeah.
Okay.
Not on the one on the top of the of the stone pillar in
Yes.
lava.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes,
well,
I
yes,
agree.
obviously as well.
I agree with that one.
Okay, so let's go north. Any buildings you want to visit in the first front row? Do they have any markings on the outside or windows that we can look through actually, rather than go
Well, the
into the building
markings-
every time?
The markings would be the markings that the red wizards made.
Yeah, but even that is interesting.
Oh yes, but like the ones that they've been to are more likely to be plundered already.
Yeah.
It's a good point. You want to start looking for the for the markings for the red wizards.
Also,
Okay.
keep an eye out on.
Well,
out for that.
if you say that, I mean, I can that'll maybe yeah, okay. I'll save you time. For example, if I tell you, okay, this one's been marked, you can decide whether or not to go in or to go in. So, you know. Okay. So I'll say that, for example, for these three actually. Yeah. Come on. These three, for example, were marked. You find a mark that says basically sort of empty. There's nothing of interest in the whole thing here. Okay. You guys have the token, so move them north.
Alright. Oh wait, shit.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I had the wrong.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was still on circling instead of grabbing.
Let's see. Where do I have that? Okay. The building here that you find doesn't seem to have been visited. There is a mark, but the door has not been sort of caved in. Um,
Any
let's-
visible decorations like the other temples that we've been to? Because they always had statues or something in front.
The you know what? Before I answer that, could you roll me a D100, please?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
That is an 85.
Okay. There's a. So as you look through so your question was if there was any decorations?
Yeah.
So the decorations around this, yes. So the entrance of around the door, in stone, carved into the stone, but either, and actually there's an effect where all of the recesses of the carvings are now covered in moss, and so they actually are brought out. But you can see that these have been carved to look like fronds, sort of leaves, all sort of all around, and fairly rich, but the whole city is filled with riches. The thing that you notice is that there are some places along the door that were maybe highlighted. You can see carvings in the door, but you also see that among the carving there are recent nicks, like with the edge of a knife, and you can notice that maybe there was some sort of lining inside the carvings, maybe some kind of metal or something along those lines.
Yeah, okay.
And it was sort of they chipped away.
Yeah. I'll try the door, see if it's open or closed.
The door is. You don't know if the door is closed or if it's warped, but it will not open.
Okay. Are there any windows?
Yes, there are. There are windows situated at several places around the building, and the inside is dark. You can see it's a multi-room. This seems to be more of while the previous one was sort of open from a long hangar, this one seems to be formerly a home, and you can see that there are places where wooden paneling has been set inside. Some of it is rotting, some is set, but there's very little light inside.
Okay.
I'm gonna check for traps, please.
On the outside, sure. There's no traps outside.
Yeah, on the door, on the windows. Make a quick guess.
Okay, go ahead. Make me a perception check.
Yes.
18.
19.
Oh, 19. Um, is it just in a dungeon or is it all traps?
It's dungeon delver.
Yeah, I would. We'll look at it later. I don't want to spoil that feat for you. But anyways, 18 is sufficient. You can see that there's been no there's no traps, either of a magical or mechanical design. You could very well slip inside. There's no problem whatsoever.
Okay. Just to be sure that no one was inside ambushed with traps and everything, you know.
I do.
Okay, Rune, you can use your luck. Or I can use mine.
What?
You can use your lockpick.
Oh. Yes, sure.
The rotting wood gives way to your two-handed lockpick. I'm not even gonna have you roll for it. And as you crumble inside, you can see that this indeed used to be a home. There are the remnants of a most likely luxuriously or lavish home. You can see old tapestries that have fallen, and you know that as soon as they're touched, they would fall to dust. You can see the rotting furniture that has moved to the side. The whole thing smells strangely. It smells of maybe goblin. You're not exactly sure. What you do find as you moving it from one room to another, you can see that there are a series of carved um, wooden masks. A bit of you can see some representing Luxodon, some men or other sort of beasts, but sort of to one side all of them has been either taken down or thrown away. But on one, it is left on the only one that's sort of left there in pristine state, and with what seems to be maybe offerings of flowers, of rotting fruit, stuff like that, is a Batiri goblin mask. But what you notice is most likely this is not made by a Batiri goblin. As you can see in the limited light, you can see that there are several gemstones that have been embedded into the mask itself.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, can I roll an arcane check to see if if it would be a magical object or not?
Go ahead. No. This is a piece of art. All the more as this you've seen Batiri goblins. You've seen this is something that was most likely made to resemble a Batiri. This is not an authentic Batiri mask.
Well,
you know, this is something that you buy at the gift shop.
Does someone want to have a souvenir?
Nah.
You know, money, maybe for when we go back.
Put it in the bag for our employer.
I wonder why it was left here.
I wonder why there were offerings before it.
I mean, the whole room stinks of goblin.
I don't exactly want those goblins to hunt us.
If
They
it's
will
in
hunt
another
us.
dimension.
Start stalking us.
I think Mert would appreciate it, but alright. And even if he didn't, I would love for him to have that horror in the mantle of his chimney.
But
I'll
don't
buy
you?
one.
Didn't you already take a couple of masks from the temple from the crocodile temple? I believe you had already a Chief Batiri's mask in somewhere in your inventory, or did I?
I
I
No,
think Heinrich took the
Maybe from one of the groups that we defeated, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's if it's not in your inventory, it's not in your inventory. But as you
no.
wish. So, are you taking the bejeweled mask or not?
I would not. But
My vote
I will
is
not.
on not either.
Okay. Other than that, as I mentioned, the tapestries are crumbling. The furniture is rotting. Any sorts of cushions or anything that's been long gone taken by rodents for their or birds for their nests. There is nothing here apart from this mask of value.
All right, we'll give him something uglier.
Yeah.
You bring him a Batiri goblin.
Oh god.
Okay, where to next?
Now, do we keep going north or do we cross the river?
Hmm.
I would personally do everything north,
Yes.
go back here, and then do everything on the other side. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, things look more serious on the right, and we wouldn't to.
But if we stay on the left side, we have a bigger chance to meet the Feathered King at the same time also.
But we're looking for the temple, so.
Just we need to be then silent during the night to be sure that we do not attract any unwanted attention.
Well, you heard the tabaxi. That thing can go everywhere, so.
Let a man have a small sliver of hope and a sense of security in his mind, so he doesn't get too crazy in his mind. So
Sliver.
northwards, right?
I would go north.
Rune. I would have preferred to cross the river, but I do not have a strong preference.
We can go here, and if something interesting is there, we can go back and continue. It's just
It
an
is
idea.
okay.
Wait, where
Just
did you
keep
ping?
moving.
I didn't see the
Yeah.
ping.
Oh,
The triple
oh,
marked building.
Yeah.
double, just double.
Well, if you want to go there, if you want to go here, we have to cross the river anyway. So at that point, let's cross the river here, explore this building, and then go over to that building.
I'm just giving some suggestions so we can see.
Okay, let's cross to those, and then that one, and we'll see.
I'm
what we-
also fine to just keep going north.
Sorsha, you get to decide.
Maybe just do those and then go back.
The two marked ones,
Yeah.
this one and this one.
Yeah, that line. And if you really wanted one, and then go back, please.
Okay. So yeah. Anyways, we're crossing the tree.
All right.
Okay. So as you're going forward, you can see that the tree is, while it's large, it's still the tree trunk. So it is maybe about, it is not the most, how should I put it, stable of means of crossing the river. So
How big is the crossing?
well, you can kind of see it here.
Okay, yeah.
Let's
I guess you
see.
can do a ruler and
Yeah,
then
it's
just
about
do.
60 feet crossing.
Okay.
See, that's a big tree.
Mm-hmm.
Coconut trees are
Hmm?
big. Coconut trees are big.
Yeah, but you're hoping this one's more wide. Let's see. So
Yes.
yeah, so the idea is okay. Here we go. Um, a fallen tree bridge. A fallen tree bridges the river ahead. Its trunk is wider than a man and stretches for more than 100 feet. On both banks lie ruined buildings.
So
There's some rocks also,
Um,
I see.
yeah. Well, the um, anyways, the idea is I'm looking at the statistics here. Yeah, so the fallen trunk is wide enough for two medium creatures to pass each other safely. And under the tree, the water churns towards the falls 200 feet downriver. So you've got so for those who would fall off, you've got 200 feet before you get a serious plunge
into some lava.
into lava. Well, I mean, at least the
Mhm.
water will cool you down a bit, not at
Mm-hmm.
all push you further in.
The, like staying on a tree trunk like that would be more a dexterity check, right?
This would be more
Acrobatics.
acrobatics, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh god.
Can I use
Um.
roll as a balloon or stabilizer, please?
Wait, what?
Sorry?
Can I use roll for balance, like a balloon?
It can't carry you. It can
Even
carry
if
you.
it's not bonuses, but, just for fun.
Oh, if you want to go for flavor, yeah, no problem. Do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
not asking for something in particular.
That means that if you fail the roll to pass through, it's Lerol's fault because, I mean, in flourish.
Guys, I'll go first and I'll stay a little bit downriver.
Okay, just one moment. How
Yeah.
are you crossing? So, are you crossing one by one? Are you all crossing? Clearly, the tree itself, as I said, it's fairly large. It is stable in its way. You can see that the ground has sort of moved. The tree is not going to roll under your feet. Let's put it that way. What you're going to be dealing with is potential wind, and it's wide. It's about 10 feet wide. So, well, little less than 10 feet wide, but enough for you to be sort of. So I would say maybe not all four of you on the same
Yeah,
at the
no.
same time, considering you've got Vroon. But oh, and you've got
Go
the
first.
hmm?
I can go first.
By the way, considering the still state of Orvax, your three companions are going to be staying here,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
if that is okay with you.
Yeah.
It's just that I keep forgetting they exist, and
Actually, Gale, you wanted to go first, right?
Yeah, I think I'll go first.
You're not very dexterous, are you?
Not very.
I'll catch you if you fall.
Have a cat's grace,
Oh, thank you.
and it's not doing it anymore. But still, enhance ability on you.
there it is, enhance
Yeah,
ability.
there it is.
Damn.
So
Did I
you
pick it
get
up?
advantage on dexterity checks, and you don't take damage from falling from 20 feet
Yeah.
or
Well,
less.
the river itself is about 10 feet below, so
Oh yeah,
it's not a big. Yeah.
That the second part was not. It's the fact the advantage on dexterity checks.
Yeah.
So how much was that
How about
passive perception, by the way?
What? How much was the passive
Your
perception?
how much was your passive
20.
perception?
shouldn't
20.
Gale be last? because she can guide us.
Yes, and I can do what I wanted from this side of the so I can be last, no problem. And I'll touch you one by one to guide you indeed.
Oh. Well, I
We'll
will do
just
the enhance ability on the first person to cross.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what I'm going to try and do. I don't have a map that to simulate the the whole thing. So we'll just have to do theater of the mind.
Yeah.
Always
Um,
works.
let's see, just reminder. Yeah, okay. So it's from the tree is 40. The bridge in a sense, the bridge part of the tree is about 40 feet. Okay, remember that. So who's going first?
I can.
Okay. Of Rune maybe, but anyways, however you want.
If I want to give people enhance ability, then I need to do it with touch.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go first because if someone drops, I can catch them.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Make me a.
Can I do acrobatics?
Actually, you're in at the moment as you sort of start putting forward. You guys, you go for guidance. You're ready for whatever. Um, this, as I said, the trunk seems to be fairly wide. You also notice that the trunk itself is slightly flattened, as if this was something that was used on a semi-regular basis. This is not a tree that has been just fallen in yesterday. You can see that there are it's been used. So it's slightly flattened on the top, and you actually find yourself much more comfortable walking along. Than previously than you would have previously thought. Um, however, I need to verify one thing. Apologies. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Could you please make me a perception check, please?
Everyone?
That would be Sorsha.
Go.
Okay. No. Right. There's a moment where so all of you, you're about Sorsha, you're about halfway across through the
Does Leroy see something?
Hmm?
Does Leroy see something? It's with me.
Yeah. What's his passive perception?
My
And does it beat a
ability
20?
and what?
And is it above 20?
Not sure about that.
Pretty sure it's not.
Perception. It's a +2.
Yeah. So no.
No.
So that would be a 12 passive perception. No, what he does notice is, and I think Vroon, maybe with your passive perception as your very high passive perception, you basically see coming out from one of the bushes. You basically see there's an arrow that flies through, and let's see if it hits. Let's see. Yeah, so that's a 20. Could you please make me a Constitution saving throw?
Great. I love those.
Okay. So you take a total of 4 piercing, which is not that bad. However, as soon as the arrow hits, you feel there's a numbness that moves throughout your system, almost sort of paralyzing, and so almost grabbing up, and you take 30 points of poison damage.
30. 30 or 13?
3-0.
Ouch.
Um.
You probably
By the sorry. Sorry, because actually I should add additional damage to that. Because that actually should be a crit.
Why crit?
What are the crits?
Sorry?
Why should it be a crit?
Because this is an assassination.
Oh.
So
shit.
I am going to re-roll 1d8. So that's 4, and what is the... So that is 7d6. Nah, I'll be nice and say that the poison damage... So yeah, you take an additional 4 from as the... no, 7d6.
What the heck?
Yeah, so you took a total of... so that's 8... 8, 830. You took a total of 60 damage. As this one... As this...
I'm lost. You told me numbers and other
Okay.
numbers.
So
60 damage, I'm down.
60
So-
damage in total. You were hit.
So I'm down.
Mm.
That's the second freaking time.
With there's a let me just Vroon, just as you saw you noticed this, and you can see that there is a orange orange and striped let me get you, actually I'll get you the image. Here we go.
Oh.
No, this guy right here. This is not one of the tabaxi that you've met earlier today.
No.
But this one is, you just have this sort of, you can see that he is almost sort of tiger striped in the face, this headdress of green fronds, which is probably why maybe some part of camouflage or a crown, you're not exactly sure. And you can see him sort of peering through, looking after you, and you can see he's trying to hide himself back into the bushes.
Does Sorsha fall on the tree trunk, or does she fall off?
Sorsha, why don't you make me a dexterity saving throw with advantage?
Because Leroy would hit me. That's what you...
No,
Thing?
considering it's large enough for you to... Yeah, not a problem. So as you fall on your... she's about 20 feet mid-bridge, but she's there. And I'll have everybody roll initiative, please.
Yes. We don't have a...
I don't have a token.
Tokens to click on.
Oh, right. Let me get you that in a second.
Alright, guys, what's the plan?
Kill that motherfucker.
Well, like, that's why I asked, like, if Sorsha had fallen off of the tree, I would have jumped in the water and tried to get her out.
No,
There you
you
go.
would have had Gale telling you, I have Sorsha, you handle the guy. Because with control water, I can do everything I want with the water. And I'm a
also,
better
to be
swimmer
fair, yeah.
anyways.
I'm asking very politely before I'm gonna do very weird shit, so...
I still can't click my token.
Why could you not click your
The
token?
bird is down.
Oh, wait. Because I'm using the yeah, never mind.
Okay.
Because I was still measuring.
So everybody roll, including you, Sorsha.
My token. Yes. Initiative.
You know what?
I have a
I'm
good initiative for inert girl.
Yeah, that just means how fast you're going to be rolling your death saves.
Yeah, great.
I'll move these closer to the action. That way you don't have to go looking for them up there every time. I'm gonna move these two right here. Okay. Right. So we have descending. So Gale, you are up. You're the first one. Maybe you were a bit more of an alert, or use maybe while Vroon saw the arrow and the figure running away, you saw Sorsha drop. Just take one
Yeah.
arrow to the to the
Me.
to the lower neck and just drop.
Okay. I'm going to sprint on the trunk. Get as close as Sorsha as I can, which
You've
I
got
think I can
you've got
reach
20
her.
feet.
Yeah, okay. I am going to crouch down next to her, but
Your movement is actually because you were next to me. Your movement is 10 feet longer.
Yep.
yeah, so no problem. I'll get to her, and I am going to just throw down a cure wounds to heal her.
Thank you.
But I'm also going to step over her body to put myself in between her and the tabaxi
Okay.
because I've got a shield.
Yep. Okay.
So you
Ooh.
get
18.
18
Nice one.
back.
Thank you.
You can see, so as the healing comes in, the arrow sort of slowly sort of is pulled out, and you can see that the fletching, well, the fletching of it is this they would be of local parrot feathers, so they're brightly colored. The reed, the shaft is made of some kind of hardened kind of bamboo or some sort. However, the stone tip you can see has been clearly sort of marked, and there's even some sort of resin that has been applied to it. And you don't necessarily, just as you can see the wound, you can see that the wound is not deep enough to have this catalytic state that she's in, basically.
So because she's still poisoned despite
No,
my,
she's not. No. The poison has done its damage, but you can see
Okay.
that the wound shouldn't be enough to put her down.
Yeah, okay,
It's
so,
it's
yeah,
really
it
because
wasn't
this
poisoned.
this
Yeah.
this shock to the system.
And I'll take no, that was my action, so bonus action. I don't have a lot of bonus actions, so that's gonna be it.
You didn't have healing word.
No, I have mass healing word, but not healing word.
Okay.
Because
Sorsha,
I'm not a life cleric.
Yeah. Sorsha, you're up.
Okay, so I wake up. I guess. I know I'm attacked, but I don't know by what, so.
Yeah, you did not see anything.
But I have a thing for that. I have Dissonant Whispers, and I'm gonna use. I don't need to see it.
What's the range?
Let me. Yeah.
Because while you don't necessarily need to see, you have to be able to target something. You have to know that it's there.
Yeah, it's 60 feet.
I haven't necessarily determined. Wait.
Because if I'm in his range, maybe he's in mine.
That's exactly what I'm looking. So I would say he would have most likely have. Oh well, actually, I'll make calculations. So if you've advanced 20 feet within his range, make me a perception check. Actually, to try and see if you can see him. 23. Yeah, you clock him. you can follow as you go up. There's maybe because he was sort of lingering to kind of see what was going on with his target. Sees that the target, so you manage to clock him. He's about 100 feet away from you.
Okay, so not in range.
Well, not as yet.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna. That since I don't know if I'm the target or not, I'm gonna cast on me protection against poison.
Okay.
And
So if poison
collect
neutralize.
myself and stand up behind Gale just to assess the situation.
Okay.
Oh, Gil would have said, "You girl, you stay behind me. You stay in cover. You're not handling this."
Okay, but Leroy attack.
Leryl's going to have to move quite a bit.
Yeah.
What's the range on Leryl? We keep
The range on Leroy is uh, uh,
60 feet. So considering that Laryl is with you as you run down, he's at 60 feet and the Tabaxi
okay.
is about 100 feet.
He's gonna move then. Can he move then attack because he would be in range then?
He would move 30 feet and then he would be missing 6 feet. It's 10 feet.
Okay, just move then.
Okay, so Laryl just moves up.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Heinrich.
I think Vroon will say to Heinrich, like, Heinrich, haste me.
Vroon, I get better. Do you see where he is? Point him to me. You'll understand.
Can I still see him?
You can. However, what I'll do is I will allow you to give the help action on a perception check for Heinrich.
That's what I'm...
would that suit you?
What I want to do is to see where the fucker is, because I see him, and I want to grab Vroon and dimension door next to the dude that shot the arrow and be like, well, package delivery, big ass Vroon who's gonna smash your face in.
Ding
That's what
dong.
I'll do.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still gonna
Sure.
have Heinrich. If Vroon gives you the help action, that means that he doesn't have his action as a turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you have to decide if he gives you the help action or if he arrives without an action behind.
Well, I'll try to see myself, and if I see him, I'll grab him and dimension door, and
Okay,
if not,
make me a
I'll
perception check.
haste him.
Make me a perception check.
Come on.
No, you cannot see him.
Ooh,
You can't see him. You want a chrono shift?
Yeah, you know what? It's gonna be a fun stuff to do. So yeah, chrono shift. Just
it's
for the
been a
hell of
while
it.
since we've heard those words. Chrono shift.
Chrono shift. Perception, come on.
Oh no.
Yeah, no. No, you're looking towards it. You know that he's beyond. So maybe dimension dooring on the other side of the bridge might be useful, but you can't just you have a general idea of where he is, but you don't know exactly. Not enough to sort of teleport next to him.
Can I dimension door here or here?
Where did you? So ping that first ping. So you wanted.
I was thinking of here or here because I see it.
Yeah. You would be able to. It's what, 100 feet?
500 feet.
Dimension door is 500 feet. Okay. Yeah, definitely you would be able to. Sorry, what was that?
Nothing. I was just going like, what? Five?
Yeah, I think it's dimension door is amazing.
500 feet.
Yes, you would be able to get to the top of the promontory, no problem.
I don't see him. I said like, well, sorry, Vroon, we're gonna get as close as possible. I grab him by his paw and I use Dimension Door.
Okay.
And you see a little
Have hands.
green.
They only have 3 fingers, but it's still hands.
Heinrich is stupid. He just thinks as quickly as he can. So I grab him, and you see like a little green fish poof afterwards that goes away, and I'll jump with him at the other side of the river.
I am going
just right here.
I'm going to. Oh, okay. So I'm going to make me a perception check. Okay. So you operated just here?
Yep.
Okay. So that's your turn. So the both of you are on the other side. Close. And actually, you're not too far away from him as you come. You can see him maybe sort of 20 feet away. And he is, as he was sort of peering through the trees, looking at the, you sort of pop in, and he just sort of that eyes is wide. You can see the pupils sort of close in as he draws his bow, and he's gonna fire on you, Heinrich. But this time he does not have advantage, nor does he have his assassinate because that's just the first turn. So let's see, longbow. That is still a 25 to hit.
Ow.
And could you please make me a Constitution saving throw, please? Nice. Okay. So you don't take the full 35 points of damage of poison. You take 10 piercing.
Okay.
35 divided by 2, that is 17. You take 17 points of damage for poison.
So 27 in total.
Yes, 27 in total. As he draws the bow, and again one of these blackened stone arrow tips sinks into your shoulder, into your chest, and you can feel it immediately. This sort of almost like an electrical shock to your system. But you managed to sort of stave it off. Maybe it wasn't well applied, or maybe for some reason it is not as effective as it should be. And he is going to bolt. So the Tabaxi, I'm going to actually move you, sort of, both of you. I hate using this as a battle map, but that's where we are in this situation.
Yeah, it's fine.
There we go.
Get a
And
bit of an idea.
he basically is going to bolt in a way that you do not understand where the speed is coming from. You know that Tabaxi are fast. This one is fast. And so he's going to move. Yep, he's going to move his full 60 feet. So basically just rushes through. You can see he sort of enters into the building here and then disappears. Because, building.
Vroon, make it count, or I will be very angry against you. And I try to pull out the arrow, like, ow, 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 ow. Just get him, please. Just get him, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, so you could see he was standing just at the edge of this building right here, and he just goes right through.
60 feet, right?
Yes. So he's 60 feet.
So
he would be 70 feet away from you.
I use my movement and then a dash to move 80 feet.
Okay.
I mean,
make me how should I do that? Because you are in the jungle. This is not complete difficult terrain, but it is not easy terrain either.
In that case, before I do that, I will use my channel divinity for Peerless Athlete.
Okay.
to get advantage on athletics and acrobatics checks. Just
Is
in
that
case.
a Child Divinity? That's an action, bonus action?
It's my channel divinity. It's a bonus action.
Bonus action. Okay.
Nice.
Oh wait, but that would be the dash then, right? No, wait, the
No,
dash.
Your
that
is
dash
your
is an
action.
action.
Your dash is
Action.
an action.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what? Considering that, okay, you're Peerless Athlete. Make me an athletics check because I'm guessing you're not going to be jumping from vine to vine. You're going to be crashing through like a rhino.
Oh yeah, I will be. Yeah. Like
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Athletics.
Athletics, and of course you've got advantage because of Peerless Athlete.
Oh my god, this laptop does
Come
not do well.
on.
But
Yeah, that's a 20. Yeah.
20
You.
already?
There's a
Oh
moment.
wait, that's a natural 20 though. Hi, crit.
Oh, okay, there we go. Well, dirty 20. Yes, you crash through this thing, and well enough as you go running through, there are moments where you realize that he was maybe jumping through traps that he had set himself. So these were
Yeah,
tripping
the nice thing
wires.
is, like,
These
there's
were.
sometimes tree trunks in the way, but it's like with lockpick, I can just go smash.
Not you don't even need to because you don't necessarily see them, but you are this armored because you are in armor, or had you taken it off?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
I'm thinking that a lot of these were not necessarily deadly, or these are not spikes. These are nothing. These are tripwires. These are sort of nets
Okay.
that fly in your face that are supposed to slow you down, but you go right through, crashing like an angry elephant in the jungle. And yeah, you managed to, as you mentioned, you managed to catch up with him. You find him basically in this inside this building right here, where he's been running and then after behind him he's going boom 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 as his heavy footsteps marking the ground and then the stone of the building, and he sort of turns around seeing you there. But that's, I think that's your bonus action. That's your
We are
action.
not going anywhere.
Yeah. Vroon, that is your turn. Gale, you're up.
That is my turn. Yeah.
Gale is going to cross the bridge and get to Heinrich on the other side.
Okay.
You just see Heinrich with an arrow in his shoulder, like I'm fine. Just get him. Afterwards, I'll be fine.
How far am I from the? Yeah. Okay. No.
No, you wouldn't be able to see him.
No,
You do not have
and
line
they've
of sight.
And they've been running for at least 80 feet anyway.
I just point a direction. Yeah, like you see like big holes in building. Like I think he's.
You don't see a
Yeah,
hole
you
in
can
the
see-
building. It's the building here is sort of crumbled away. But yes, you can see a path of destruction where Vroon is basically marched and trampled through.
A Loxodon-sized path through the vegetation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you managed to catch up with that. It took you. It took a dash. Granted, it took a dash.
Yeah. I mean, he probably also dashed,
No.
but he could dash it. Okay.
No. If he had dashed, he'd be long gone.
No, because he attacked and then he ran, so that's just his running speed.
Yeah,
How
Tabaxi
much
have
movement-
a sprint.
Yeah. How much movement do I have left?
If you were at Sorsha, you'd maybe. I think that to get to Heinrich, that's your movement. I'll allow that.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm going to I can't do a lot, so I'm just going to wait and see what happens.
Okay. Sorsha, you're up.
So you see Sorsha first, she was a bit scared, but now she's mad. And when she's mad in her changing form, you see her hair is moving like a Medusa. And
So
she's running.
we're actually seeing what you
Yeah.
actually have on the image, except maybe
I mean, naturally, changeling hairs are moving as if moved by a light breeze, a
okay.
bit of a villa action. But
Good.
but there is a tempest going on right now,
Right. Okay.
and she's she's running. I'm gonna dash and go the farthest I.
Yeah, you would get to here, I bet, more or less.
Okay.
So you would get at the entrance of this. It was most likely. This looked to be maybe a. Oh, how should yeah, it's a ramp that goes up towards the main thoroughfare. So there's an arch with stairs coming down, and then you can see a bit further. But you can see where the path of destruction has been made. There were it had been blocked off by vegetation or how do you call it? Tissé? Come on. Woven, yeah, there he goes. Sort of woven reeds to sort of serve as blockades and stuff like that. You can as you're looking around, apart from the straight road that Vroon went through, it is littered with traps of some sort, either sort of all over the place. Actually, you start noticing the whole thing is, and there's no logic to it. There are traps behind traps, traps above traps. You can see that the whole area has been trapped, but not to. None of it is to kill, mostly is to immobilize. I mean,
Okay.
a broken foot is immobilization, if you get it as well. But as you're looking through and you're going, the whole area seems to be trapped, like somebody who is just putting them at random.
I'll follow the best.
Okay.
And the roll, can he see it?
Well, I mean, Laryl has. If he's going to move another 30 feet.
Next time he moved 60 feet. And then
did you say that?
yeah, he was going after it, so full movement.
Make me a perception check from him.
There. So it's +2 and 1d8. No.
He's distracted by something else. There's a bird there's a bird coming in, or there's a small maybe rodent or sort of a squirrel or a monkey, and he's lost the trail.
Okay. Fair enough. So that's my turn.
Okay. It's going to be the Tabaxi. The Tabaxi sort of throws his longbow into the bushes, brings out a short sword, and again you can see Vroon. You can see that on that black resin again is sort of covering the blade. So 2 attacks. That's a 23.
That's enough.
Constitution saving throw, please. Okay, 15 is just enough. So you take 6 piercing, and you take, that'd be 11 poison.
So 17. Alright.
And he hisses again in this old Mesro dialect. He says, "Leave us alone. Go! Leave!
I will just respond in like my own native tongue, like
Okay.
you tried to kill my friends. You're not going anywhere. And
Okay.
then
Vroon, it is going to be yeah, no. Okay, it's going to be your turn.
yeah.
Heinrich?
Oh, sorry, Heinrich. Heinrich, I skipped your
Yes.
turn. I apologize. Yes. You were actually supposed to act before the tabaxi, so go ahead.
Do I hear where the sounds come from? Because
No. No, not really.
And you can follow the path.
Yeah, you can follow the path, yeah.
Start to do a dash 60 feet. And as a bonus action, I'll Misty Step 30 feet extra. So normally I should be more or less.
Yeah, you should be around. Yeah, you should. I think that you would move. You would be able to get into the building as well. So you in the sort of in this dark building here.
Then we'll do that. I'll start to bolt as quickly as I can to catch up.
Okay, I am going to say that this is. Am I mean or not?
Do
I am going. Okay. What I'm going to say is. What I mean. You're in the building, but the building is pitch black. You can see that the only light that is coming in is from the door that you're just entering, and 30 feet away from the there's anything that this thing is completely dark inside. So you just have this sort of little bit of dark inside. So, Vroon, on your turn, well, we'll get to that in a second, but you'll have to try and see him into the dark. Basically, he's going to try and sort of he's trying to hide.
Where's
in the
your
dark.
eye patch?
Hmm?
Where's your eye patch, Heinrich?
Well, the eye patch has gone back to its owner.
yes.
So, Heinrich, that's your full turn, I believe. That's bonus action and
Yeah.
action dash. Okay.
The intention is to show myself so that the others know where to
Right.
run towards.
So you're pretty much, I would say that you're at the entrance of the building. You're in the entrance of the door. There's this black space, and you can just see there's a little bit of light, maybe for reflecting on the back of Rune's breastplate, sort of full armor. But
Yep.
other than that, I mean the tabaxi, you cannot see him.
Yeah, that's not a problem. I just want to show to the others where I am so they can.
Yep.
They
Okay.
can go towards the location.
Okay. Vroon, your turn. So he is close to you, definitely, but he's bobbing and weaving around you, and you're having. So I want you to make me a perception check.
It's dark, right?
So the idea is, what I'm going to say is, it is dark. If you want to take an action to put up a light, then that's going to take your action.
Well, I'm not sure if my drift globe takes an action. It's just
well, you still need to. Well, it's
will?
interaction. It's still interaction with a magical object. It's activating a magical object, and you would take it out of your pack.
So that's not a bonus action then.
That would be an action, actually.
Actions in combat is use an object also at the same time.
Yeah. So you can light, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you do a perception check. Difficulty is 19. Yeah. If you don't see him, you'll attack but at disadvantage.
Can I smell him?
I don't know how much smell precision is going. Is he there or is he there? But you know what? I will allow it. I've sprung this nonsense rule on you right now, and so I will accept you calling me out on my bullshit. So go ahead. We'll homebrew this. Go ahead. So make me a perception check. Straight roll. 19.
Straight roll. Come on. Oh, yes. It rolled from a 1
nice.
to a 19.
I asked you for
Nice.
19, not a
19.
natural 19, but that'll do.
Yeah, natural 19 was like it's still +5, but it was almost a 1.
Yes, those real rolls, those physical rolls on D&D Beyond are stressful
Yeah,
sometimes.
when it does the little.
Book. Yeah. So yes, you notice him. He's right there hiding. He's trying to hide right behind, sort of in your blind spot, hoping that those ears are going to blind you to the side. But your trunk just goes up. There he is, as sort of radar. So go ahead. You can make your
Okay.
attacks.
For my bonus action.
Yep.
I would like to compel him to a duel with me.
Okay. So wisdom saving throw. Wisdom saving throw. So I'm going to give him advantage because he's nuts. But no, an 11 is not going to be enough.
Awesome.
So
And
he
then I just
is.
take him.
So what can he do? He cannot get away from. He cannot leave 30 feet from you.
He needs to.
Could you put the spell? Because I think there's some.
Yeah, I mean, I did cast it and then it didn't. So I will.
Just
I will
click on.
display
There we go.
see if
Thank you.
that's- Yeah, it's weird that sometimes it will then, like if you say cast, it will do the spell and sometimes
Yeah,
it
I know.
won't. So for a minute he cannot move away unless he does a saving throw.
No, he must make it if it's any more than 30 feet away from you.
Yeah, if he wants to move further than 30 feet away from you, then he needs to
Okay.
do saving throw.
Right. Okay.
And he also needs to make a. He has disadvantage on attack rolls against anyone.
Right. Yes. Of course. Okay.
And then
Mhm.
I just go down on him.
Okay. Go ahead. 2 attacks.
I am doing non-lethal damage.
Non-lethal. Okay. 20. Let me just make sure if that's a hit. Yes, it is. As you clock him. So that is 9. Yep.
Next one.
By the way, guys, remember, non-lethal damage only applies to that final hit point. A 15 is you barely clock him.
Yay!
Okay, nice. Okay. There we go. Gale. So that's your full turn, Vroon?
That is my full turn.
Okay, Gale, you're up.
I'm gonna sprint to Heinrich, or the closest I can get to Heinrich.
Yeah. Okay. This is theater of the mind kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually no, because you were next to him. He sprinted. And he did 30 feet. So you're in the underneath the arches. You're just around Sorsha, basically.
Okay. Yeah, we're not seeing anything from where we are right now.
No, any action is happening in the dark. You can just see Heinrich sort of peering in, sort of maybe moving towards you, sort of ushering you towards this this dark archway.
Okay. So yeah, I sprinted, so I used my action, and that's it.
Okay.
When just earlier turn, you told I said I use my full movement to move. Was that supposed to be considered dashing too or not?
Yes, you had dashed.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean you're pretty much both you and Sorsha dashed at the same time and you're at the same spot basically.
Mm-hmm. No, because yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Did I miss something?
No, but I had no problem. It's okay. Because now Sorsha is gonna dash again because she acts just after me and she's gonna end up further away than I am. So if we're dashing together.
Oh no, yeah. You've got. I think you have 20 feet in front of her. Yeah. I think that's what I. Yeah, you're about 25 feet away from her. Yeah, so you're good. So that's a dash. So yes, you've exiting, and again you're seeing like I said, you're noticing now these half traps.
Yep. Quickly, I stopped my character beside Heinrich because I was
You're
thinking
not
that
at.
was
You're
my
not at.
maximum first turn. I was at the same point as Sorsha. I moved first, and she got further away from me than I was because it doesn't matter. I'm just saying I've got a turn before Sorsha, and now she's gonna run further away than me. So if we have the same movement and we're dashing the same thing, we should end up at the same spot at the end of her turn, not at the beginning, not at the end of mine. That's the only thing I'm saying. If I make any
You
sense,
should
but I
be
don't.
around Heinrich, basically.
Yeah, I
No,
think
Heinrich.
I don't care. It's okay. It's just I'm under the impression that I'm missing 30 feet somewhere.
And I don't mind if you need to push me back. Yeah, I'm all right with it.
Okay, it's okay. Let's continue. Sorsha, it's your turn.
This is why when people say that Dungeons and Dragons is a game where there shouldn't that relies too much on battle maps, yeah, they're kind of right.
Yeah.
Especially on a map where I can't necessarily control precisely stuff. I would say you're right about yeah, actually, because Sorsha, you would have taken half your movement. Yeah, you're back because you would have taken half the movement to get up and then sprint. That's why you're 15 feet behind, technically.
yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't it doesn't really matter.
Okay, bye.
Okay, there we go. Okay,
Except
perfect.
to determine at which point in the initiative we're gonna be finally able to
Right,
throw some spells.
exactly.
But yeah.
Okay, so no, here's where you're missing the thing. You're missing the 30 feet because you went up to her, you healed her, and then she sprinted. She got up and sprinted. That's where. So she sprinted first. That's where we're missing the turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not convinced. Right. Sorsha, you're up.
Well, there is another space question. Where can I go?
There's about if you take your turn to sprint, you'll get to Heinrich's. You'll get to the entrance of the door.
Okay. So I'll get to there, but I won't enter yet.
Okay. There you go. Heinrich, Sorsha has just joined you. Again, you're hearing you're hearing the sounds of battle from the inside of this darkened room. What do you do?
Let me see what I have in my thing. I'm gonna help Rune by taking a torch and activating the torch and giving light to Rune. If that is okay.
I would say in help action. Okay, you light the torch and maybe throw it in.
Yeah,
Or
to
do you
give
want
a
to?
light source.
Or do you want
to give a light source?
Okay.
To give a light source to Vroon so he can see the person in question.
Okay. Yep. Right. So it's going to be. Do you step in at any time or not?
No.
No. Okay. Okay. So, bag of nails. Okay. Right. Anyways.
I just give light to Vroon, so
okay.
he sees exactly where he is.
Bag of nails is going to seeing that the others have arrived, that you've lit the torch now, sort of illuminating the inside. You can see the hackles on his neck, sort of, and he's going to run. He is going to run away.
Isn't he compelled?
And then after 30 feet, he
After
has
30
to make
feet,
sure
he's
that-
going to make a wisdom saving throw
Oh,
to
okay.
kind of see if he can make it. So he Vroon, you get an opportunity attack as
Alright.
as he leaves
Awesome.
as he
Roll.
leaves your space.
Oh, that's terrible, probably.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
As you swing, he sort of ducks under, moves. He's going to move his 30 feet. He's going to make his saving. He's going to make his saving throw.
Can I use my reaction if he succeeds of Chronal Shift?
You would see him, so most likely.
Okay.
Let's see. That's a 2, so that is a failure. There's a moment where he stops, and you can see he's trying to move forward, but turns around. You can see that there's that aura in his
And
eyes.
then you see
And-
me going, we are not done yet, you and I."
Right, which means that he comes back to you and stabs you twice. So he moved 30 feet, activated his sprint, and then sort of dashes backwards as he jumps towards you. And this is literally, you see him almost run sort of feral, as in he's running with one hand to the on the ground, almost 4 foot, and sort of leaps towards you. And that is 1. That is 2. Oh, my friend, you are lucky. So that is, the first one is a miss. However, the second one bites into you. So
First, the second one is maybe a no.
Cutting words, I think she meant.
okay, so you're using your reaction for cutting words. So
Yeah.
that is still a 21.
Yep, still a hit.
Ah,
Nice
Nice
try.
try, though.
Very good try.
Nice try.
Heinrich, you said you wanted to potentially use a Chronal Shift?
Yep, I will.
Okay, so I'll re-roll. That's a 19.
A 19 is red, but still.
Sorry? That's enough?
19 is still on the dot, yep.
Okay, on the dot. I'm going to use that one. So, good thing for you. You only lose 4 piercing damage. And could you make me a Constitution saving throw, please? Oh, strange. The poison damage is exactly the same as the previous one. 10.
Ooh,
You
it's
take
10.
23 points of poison damage as this thing shocks into you. And I believe you owe me a concentration check on that compelled duel. I think it's a concentration, is it not?
Yes. This is a...
So that is, you need to
Call
hit
red.
a, so 27, you need to hit a 13.
It's... Yeah. I can see the result already.
For
It
honor!
takes a while for the results. It
For
takes a while
honor.
for- like, this laptop is not very fast, but I can see the result, and then I can go like, oh look.
So yes, despite the pain, again you feel this sort of shock to you. It's the pain of contracting. It's a cramp, basically. This pain. And all the time you can see that now there's a... Yeah, he is completely focused on you, and you're realizing maybe if there wasn't the compelled duel, it would be... But yeah, it's your turn now. Go ahead. Let's see, and I kind of want to see, why would it not?
I'll have a look at...
And Heinrich, you really did a good thing by throwing a torch in there.
Yeah. No, I will just use my 2 attacks.
Okay, go ahead. Uh, 13. That is a miss. There's a sound of there's a thump as your hammer, your adamantine hammer, knocks into the stone floor. 21
20
is a
more,
hit, and on the backswing you manage to clock him. That's another 10 points.
Do you want to put a smite into it? I don't know.
I do actually. Yeah. He's annoying the shit out of me.
I like Gale, like the little voice of the devil. Like, do you want to smite maybe on it?
Do you
Go
wanna
on,
put a
go
Yeah,
smite?
no,
on.
Do
he's
you
annoying
wanna
the
put a
shit out of
smite
me.
in?
Do you want to smash his face?
I would like a coat of cat fur. Can I have it, please?
Okay. 10. Okay, 10 damage. Nice.
10 radiance.
Okay. Yep.
And then mark off the spell slots.
Oof.
Right. Okay. Gale, I think that's your turn. You don't have a bonus action?
Okay, I looked for it already,
Okay.
and there would be some, but I want to keep my
Right.
concentration
Gale,
spell up.
go ahead.
So, no.
I'll do the same and just sprint towards the entrance with Sorsha and.
You don't need to sprint. You with a normal movement, you arrived at the entrance of the same place where Sorsha and
Heinrich are.
and Heinrich are. Yeah. So that's
And
your
there's
30 feet.
light. And there's
Yes,
light, so
there
you
is.
can
There's
smack him.
So as you see this sort of monstrous behemoth of an armored Luxodon sort of swinging wildly, while you see this cat basically rolling and flipping around him, and the thump and so all of that casting shadows inside of it. It's surreal.
Mm-hmm. Vroon, I feel like we know your spell enough to know that if we attack, if anyone else interferes,
You have
it stops.
I think the only person to have seen the casting of the spell would be Heinrich.
No, it's been used multiple times.
Yes, but nobody
but
knows
this
that you have thrown the spell.
Okay, yes, true.
You wouldn't know that the spell is in effect. As you did not see the casting.
Okay. Well then, Vroon, how are you looking? Pretty bloodied or still good to go?
I'm bloodied.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
bloodied.
Gil's gonna come. Oh no, I'm at my maximum movement, right?
Yep. You're at your maximum movement.
Shoot. I am going to throw in a bless.
Nice.
For Vroon, for Heinrich and Sorsha.
Yes. Okay.
What's up?
Bless.
Nice.
We
Nice.
are so
Very
blessed to
nice.
have you.
Hashtag blessed.
I'm disappointed that you can't throw blessed in as a condition.
Yeah, no, you can. If you go to the optional if you go to D&D Beyond, sorry, Beyond
Never mind.
20, if you go to the Beyond 20 and you go into the more options, you can normally, I think you can add there's something that says you can add there should be something about weird. About formula, you can add. There's a way normally you should be able to add stuff.
I'll have a look.
Doesn't matter.
Keep going.
Yep. Okay. Gale. So yes, that was your action. Bonus action. Do you have anything?
Well, I found an important one though. Display spell description in spell attacks. That's a very important one. I have enabled that one now.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Okay. Sorsha, you're up.
Okay, so now I'm able to see the cat.
Yes, you may see you see the cat. Yes.
I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force on it.
Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, that is a fail. What does he see?
I think he would feel like he's englued in ooze coming from his back, and he's being eaten by an acid ooze, a black ooze. We met one of those.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So as as he's sort of moving it, you can see him sort of twitching. I mean, you're the only one who sees what he sees technically because you are creating that illusion in his mind. But you can see he's sort of trying to. Yeah, he's sort of wiggling, he's sort of moving in. He's sort of you can see with the edge of his knife, he's trying to sort of maybe sort of scrape something off his back. The He's trying to get rid of the leather straps that he has sort of as and the armor around him. He's cutting away his armor. Um, yeah, that's that. Um, so
Gotcha,
yep,
motherfucker.
Heinrich, you're up.
Well, I know he's in a compelled duel, but now that Sorsha is there, I will point.
He's taking
And
damage, by the way.
No, he takes damage on his turn.
Oh, okay.
Sorsha is there, and you see like a little phase light coming from the eyes of Heinrich. I point to him and I use command and I say apologize.
Okay, interesting.
Wisdom saving throw of DC 17, or he is going to apologize for a turn.
Yeah, he's gonna take his action to apologize. Okay, and let me just.
Manners maketh the man, as they would say.
Hmm?
Manners make it the man.
Yep. Oh, thank you. I just got a bribe. You, ma'am, have advantage for your next roll. That was her snickering. That's her snickering in the kitchen. Right.
Need to also bring us some snacks.
This is a wisdom, right? Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Okay.
DC
17. So he makes it. However, on his turn. So the first thing is he needs to make an intelligence check, I believe, against your DC to try and see if he's.
Isn't he technically removing his armor, so that means that his armor doesn't count anymore when that would lower his AC at the same time?
Considering that, let me just get.
Just.
Yeah, no, but anyways, whatever his action was going to be, it is now interrupted by your command.
Okay.
Okay. On each round on your turn. Oh, sorry, on your turn. Each round on your turn, the Phantasm does one if it is the area. Okay, provide the illusion that could. No, I apologize. Interesting. Does Phantasmal Force do damage? Yeah, I'll say. Sorsha, roll a d6 for me, please.
Yes.
I apologize. It is one of these only spells which affect somebody where they do damage outside of their own turn. So he takes 3. And on his turn, you see that he falls to the floor, still sort of grabbing at the leather straps that make his armor, sort of cutting them away, but this time with his claws. So he's brought out his claws and he's dropped it and he's cowering into the ground. Apologies, no more. Please help. And he's sort of scratching, trying to remove his armor as is cutting away. But he's clearly he is apologetic. Though you realize at some point the command didn't hit, it didn't stick. You know, but yet, so maybe that's sincere. Vroon, it's your turn. He's cowering on the floor. He's dropped his weapon. The armor is being lacerated as he's trying to pull it off, and piece of it half fallen off. He doesn't seem to realize it. Most likely part of the illusion. What do you do? Vroon, your turn.
I miss.
Yes. Despite the fact that
Wait, maybe I don't. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, true. He removes armor, so maybe.
No. Actually, you are correct. As in, he is prone, so you do have advantage anyway. So that's a 19. That's a hit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's an additional 8 damage on this person that is cowering and asking for your help.
Okay. I'm non-lethal. I repeat. I've been trying to do non-lethal for the entire thing.
Okay, second attack with advantage. I mean, let's see if you make a. Let me see. Yeah.
No, it's not. But
a 25. That's another hit. 13 damage. Okay. I mean, there is, concussion is non-lethal, right?
I've been from the start trying to do non-lethal damage to this cat, but
yeah,
he's
Gale
one-shotted a friend, and no, he's not. Apologies are not accepted, and
okay,
he can apologize some more when he's strung up. And
Gale, you're up.
So he's down.
No, he's not down.
No.
Well, he's prone. He is apologetic. He is kowtowing, as they would say.
Okay. I'm going to come in. Grab my rope and say, if you're really sorry, we're going to tie you up and then we'll talk. Is he cooperating in the tying up adventure, or is he...
he is currently convinced that he has a black slime on his back.
Okay.
He is fidgeting. He does not understand what you are doing. He's mumbling about this thing, off and off. It burns. So if you want to grab him, I'm going to ask you to make a grapple check.
Okay. Athletics?
So it is for you. It is either athletics or no, it's athletics, and he is going to go with acrobatics. Resist with acrobatics. He's a slippery one. Oh, but you are Wow. Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ! Like, no, I'm done. No.
I'm an ex-sailor. I know knots.
No, you know slippery things.
Both of them.
You've tied slippery barrels during a storm, and this is no different. This is. Yeah, you've caught large fish that were sort of jumping off on board, and this is the same thing. He is jumping around, and yes, he is grappled. And with that, I'll give him I'll say he's restrained.
Okay.
Sorsha, it is your turn.
And Gale says, "Got him."
So what's funny is that your restraint is now part of the illusion. So he's probably now seeing himself engulfed in a black ooze.
Most likely,
Just
yeah.
just the head outside, please.
Just
And his head outside of it, so he can talk.
you mean
So you're gonna keep him into the illusion and hope that he's gonna tell us things that make sense?
he is
Little
wiggling
dino.
now, restrained, but he is wiggling now again, calling out how it burns, it burns, it burns.
No, I mean Sorsha is just standing, probably crossing her arms
Okay.
and watching him.
Okay. Do you want to
But
do you want to give him that d6 of damage?
Yes.
Okay. Roll a d6. Okay, that is nasty. Is there
But
anything?
Gale,
So you're still concentrating on that spell, but you have that it does not take an action, does not take bonus action. So that's your choice. Do you have an action or bonus action that you want to do, Sorsha?
Just asking Leroy to keep watch outside of the house, and
Okay.
she's gonna just stand there.
Okay.
On
Laryl. Okay. Laryl is going to attack a monkey that was looking at him sideways and decided that that's an enemy. So you start to you see Laryl shooting through the trees at this pack of monkeys and sort of following it, but wants to go follow them and sort of the predatory, but remembers that mommy's told him to stay, so he's staying. But
So,
yeah, so
yeah,
Laryl is
I
shooting
just
in the
moved-
trees, like.
Yeah, but keep an eye out. And my only action would be to move closer, a bit closer.
Okay.
And that's it.
Yeah, I mean they're in the center of the room. Heinrich.
I gonna try to pull the arrow out. The person is restrained by Gale and Vroon. I'll go outside of the door and try to remove the arrow and try to tend to my own boo-boos that I have. And
Okay.
I'll let the personal vendetta. There are 3 people inside that can arrange that.
So when you say you pull out the arrow, which is something that you should never do, by the way, if you are ever hit by an arrow or something that lodges itself in the wound, go to the hospital first and pull it out. Do not try and pull it out yourself. You will only provoke hemorrhaging, right?
Well, I'll wait very politely against the wall while the hospital, aka Gale or Sorsha, is gonna come to remove the arrow from,
Hey,
or
my
Vroon,
chocolate liver.
or Vroon. Actually, I'm gonna wait for the others to arrange their stuff, and I'm just gonna have an arrow like, ow, 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 this hurts, this hurts.
Yes, you
And I'm
happen. It's funny that you happen to be the only non-healer of the group.
Exactly. I'm just in a corner, like I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like
Okay.
this.
It's going to be the Tabaxi's turn, and the cry is now turned to whimpering, as to it's pleading almost, whining. If you've ever heard a cat whine, this is very much this is pathetic, as in inspires pity. But that's it. He can't move. He can't. He is burning alive, being eaten alive, and he is desperate. He is calling out in all forms of. He's reverted almost to non speech. Vroon, you're up.
Room will probably go like, why is he still? What's still hurting him? Is anyone, any of you doing anything?
Well,
Stop it!
there's a very mad Sorsha with hair
Stop it!
flowing all around. So you can guess it's her.
There's.
Stop.
I'll say Sorsha, if you may. There's a moment where while you're still in your changeling form, but you're starting to call upon, maybe sort of invoke some of the fury that you saw in Avi. And so your hair is slightly turning reddish orange. It's almost like there's an inner fire. You're almost turning. You're still there, but there's just underneath the skin. There's that reddish of a fire genasi that sort of appears. If that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a mood gem.
Hey, you can be. Sorry, Vroon. You were saying you were.
Vroon just says like, what's still hurting him? Is it one of you? Stop it.
Okay. So that's your turn. Are you keeping an action or something along those lines?
No,
Okay.
because like he wants to ask this tabaxi questions, but it looks like it might die.
Mm. Okay. So that's your turn, Gale. He is
Sorsha.
restrained, fully restrained.
Sorsha, I understand your anger. But I think at this point we have him under control and we need answers. Do you mind lifting that spell, please? Revenge is not gonna get you anywhere in this situation. And I would rather not have to use one spell to... I would rather keep my spells for you instead of for him.
I don't know if I can answer. It's not my turn.
I think we
It's your
pretty
turn.
much...
It's your turn now.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay.
It will be your turn now.
Considering
also,
that
you can always talk.
there is a considering that there is an effect ongoing, which is every time it's Sorsha's turn, she can do a d6 of damage. We're still in initiative.
Okay.
Yeah, Sorsha, your turn. Do you stop the spell or do you continue it?
I'm not stopping the spell, but I'll hold the damage.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, so no damage. Okay.
No damage.
Right. So the burning that he has, he's still feeling sort of this dull burn, but it's not actually, yeah, it's not doing his damage. Okay. Are you going to stop the damage as is? Are you going? Or do you plan on putting him down? Because it's what Phantasmal Force is a minute, I believe, right?
Yeah. And it's been 2 rounds.
3.
yeah.
This is the 3rd round. So for the next minute, do you plan
yeah.
on putting any damage into him?
Not if he's making me.
He is restrained, covered in ooze. He's not going anywhere. He's not doing anything with that pleading for his life.
Basically, no.
Okay. So as the minute fades, your spell fades away. There's a moment where he's looking around, trying to see what's going on, as he can no longer feel the weight or the engulfing of the ooze, and he almost goes back into a sort of fetal position, but he's not struggling. He's just looking up at you four.
No, I'm outside. I'm outside whimpering.
Okay.
As a mama rich boy that got hurt very badly. Where's Papa? I'm hurt again. My God, if Mommy would hear about this, she would be angry.
Yeah. On that note, before we go any further, that is actually a very good suggestion from you, Jan. So this is where we're going to take a break. So for us, let's reconvene in 15 minutes. For those watching on YouTube, soon enough. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next part.